All right, so I'm going to do some of these problems here, and I'm also going to show you how to do them on the TI30XIIS, okay? So this is from page 1 of the handout packet, okay? So this is week 1, day 2 handouts, okay? And you can download that from, and this is page 1 of that. You can download that from Canvas, okay? So let's see. So find the difference in latitude, the change in latitude, okay, and then label it north or south. Give it a directional component, okay. So we're going to go from L1, okay. L1 starts in the southern hemisphere and L2 ends in the northern hemisphere. So, okay, so I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to call that L1. I'm going to draw a line here. I'm going to call that L2. Now, I'm not worrying too much about, like that's more than 4 degrees, okay. I'm just trying to get the general idea of how they are relative to each other. And I'm going like this, okay? I'm going north. That's little l, okay? So the question is, what is little l, okay? So first of all, I went north, so the value of little l is going to be to the north, all right? And now what I want to do is I'm going to say, well, I'm going from here to there. So that was 4 degrees, 37 minutes to the equator, and then it was another 3 degrees, 53 minutes. Well, heck, I got to add those two, so I'm going to add them. So now this is where I'm going to show you what's going on with the calculator, okay? So with this calculator, here's how I can do this, okay? All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these two. So I'm going to enter in 4 for, I'm going to enter in L1 first. So I'm going to put 4. Now I got to tell the calculator that it's degrees. So this little button right here, okay, right here, all right, it's got a degree, minutes, and seconds symbol. So I press that, and there is the degree. So I'm going to assign degrees to that first number by hitting enter, okay? Now I'm going to put in now the next key I'm going to punch is 37.3, okay? And now I got to tell it that it's minutes. So I press the same key again, and now I don't want degrees, I want minutes. So I arrow over, and then I hit enter. Okay, great. So now I've got 437. And now I'm going to hit plus, and now I do the whole process over again. 3, enter in degrees, 53.6. Okay, press the button, and arrow over to minutes, enter, and then I just hit enter again, and I get 8.5 degrees. So it's going to be 8 degrees, and now there's that 0.5. So what am I going to do with that? What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to get rid of the 8. So I'm going to subtract 8. Okay, and the reason I chose 8 was because it was 8.5. Now I'm going to just deal with the 0.5. So I subtract that, and now I have the 0.515 left, and now I'm going to multiply that by 60, and that's my minutes. 8 degrees, 30.9 minutes. Okay, so that's that, our number 2. Okay, so we're going from L1, okay. Now, look, we go from L1 to L2, but you say, well, why the heck is L2 on the top? Because it's bigger. In this worksheet, we're setting you up for the math. In reality, it would have been like this. It said, oh, L1, you're starting from 2 degrees, 10 minutes north. There's L1. And we're going to 450, okay. So you go like this, L2. Okay, and so little l is in that direction, which is to the north, okay, all right, and it's going to be the difference between those two, so I'm going to subtract, okay, so here we go, let's do it. Now, you always subtract the smaller from the larger, that's why L2 ended up on top. So I got 4, and then I press my little button there, and I assign it degrees, 50.1. I press my little button there, I arrow over, I hit enter, and now I'm going to subtract 2 degrees, enter, 10.7 degrees, but I don't want degrees, I want minutes, enter, and now I hit enter, and I get 2 degrees, 0.65, 2.65, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to get rid of the 2, so I have just the decimal, minus 2. And now I'm going to multiply that by 60, and wada bing, bada bang, I get 39.4. Okay? So that's how you use the calculator to solve those problems. Okay? And when we're doing longitude, it's the same thing. Okay? I mean, obviously, it's not exactly the same thing, but you get the general idea, and that's how you do that.